Yes, we are back once again.
Yes.
Episode 7.
Get it right now.
7.
The number of completion.
Yes. But we not done. How about that?
No, we ain't done.
Episode 7. So we're glad to be with you on today.
Yes.
And we want to go ahead and give a nice shout out. So
yes.
I'm going to give it over to
Yes. To Mogul Bound Media, your fat owner and CEO, our first sponsor. We want to thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Man, it's such a blessing to be able to have somebody with the skills that people have and not always look to dig in your pockets, but just to be there for you. So we really do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And that's why we look the way we do.
Yes.
You know, we
look good.
We trying to come up.
Yeah.
You know, and so
elbows and lotion.
Yes, all the way. Smell like the lily of the fields. But we not dry over here.
We're not dry.
We got it. So if you ever have any video needs, that's when you look up Mobile Bound Media.
Yes.
And it'll get you right. Anyways, we got a good topic on today.
Yes, we do.
Oh,
yes,
my goodness.
We do.
We are going to talk about
accountability.
Oh, my.
And is it necessary?
Is it necessary to be accountable to somebody else?
Yes.
And so, here we go. Accountability. I believe that in the world that we live in today, you most definitely need to be accountable to somebody. We got too many people now that are out there rogue.
Oh man, yes we do.
Doing their own thing, when they want to do, how they want to do. And I just feel that having no restrictions is dangerous.
Yeah, and people don't see rules as a good thing sometimes.
No.
Rules are a good thing at times. You know what I mean? They keep us safe at times. You know what I mean? That you got to be able to discern when you should break the rules and when you shouldn't. And accountability is one of those rules you don't want to break.
Right.
You don't want to break that rule because you need somebody to hold you accountable, to hold you dependable for the stuff that you say and or do. Because what type of world we live in if everybody just did what they want to do? If you didn't hold your child accountable, if you didn't hold your spouse accountable, or if you didn't hold your bus driver accountable. Can you imagine your bus driver being unaccountable? Run you off the road.
Talking about, hey, they was in the street. Anyway.
Yeah, you know.
But let's go to the children aspect.
You trying to start a fight?
I'm not trying to start no fight. Remember, I have 1, he has 6. Anyways, but if we as parents weren't accountable for our children, or if we just let them go out there and not be accountable to us, oh my
man,
great God!
But you got a little bit of that running around right now.
So I just, because I want to do this, because I want to do that, and because I feel like this, so I'm gonna do whatever I want to. And the parent is like, well,
no.
If that's how you feel,
no,
what?
No, not at all. Not in this house.
Oh my!
Not in this house.
My mother made sure we was accountable for everything.
Man,
for every grade. Listen, my mother, God bless her, and she's still alive. She ain't dead. And so we were so accountable that our scholarship grade was not what she looked at. She looked at our conduct.
Mm-hmm.
And if our conduct grade was bad, she said that's why your scholarship grade was bad. And she kept us accountable on shut up in school and do your work.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't talk that much, then you get better grades. And so I learned that because, you know, being who I am, there were times in the past I used to love to talk. Now, I talk a little less, even though we're on a pod. Yeah, anyways. And so, don't look so shocked. But, I'm a pretty quiet person. Anyways, I would mess up in some classes because, I was, trying to talk to little girls and things. Mm-hmm. And it affected my grade because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do.
Wasn't paying attention.
And so, at first, I would get upset that my mother would be like, your conduct. But as time progressed, it's the truth.
Yeah.
If my conduct was bad in the class, my scholarship was lower.
Yeah.
But because she kept me accountable, it made me realize that, and so I started working on, okay, I can't do all that. I can't laugh at y'all right now. We can laugh later because I'm really trying to make sure all my grades are up. But I'm glad I had a mother that didn't say, oh, you got an F, or blame my teachers.
Oh man, no.
It's your teacher. Your teacher the one that gave you the bad grade. No, Johnny got the bad grade because Johnny ain't do his homework.
Yep.
Johnny got the bad grade because Johnny was sitting there trying to mess with little Susie.
Yep.
That's why he got the bad. Stop trying to blame the teacher for what your child ain't doing.
Man.
And we not holding our kids accountable, and we making weak-minded kids.
Man.
And we gonna have a weak-minded world if we don't start keeping our kids accountable for the stuff that they do. You did it, you got to pay for it.
Yep.
You stole it, you got to pay for it.
Yep.
You got to be held accountable.
Yep. Stop trying to bail them out of everything.
Oh my.
And I know with me as mine, you do something wrong, you gonna pay for it. As embarrassing as it is,
You got to pay.
You got to pay. Because that's the way of the world.
But now, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
And so you bail them out, and did they learn their lesson?
Probably not.
You know what I'm saying?
More likely.
How do you learn if you're not kept accountable? And so then that moves from our adolescence to adulthood.
Oh man.
And we making bills, we making babies, and doing all this stuff. And then when it's time to pay the piper,
what am I gonna do?
Why I got to pay that?
Now.
Oh, we're not even gonna talk about that.
Now you're entitled.
And can't nobody tell your grown tail nothing.
Nothing.
You can't tell me because I'm this. You can't. No, I'm grown. Well, if you was grown, act like it.
Yep.
I'm sick of seeing. You know what? I worked in the elementary schools. I worked in the middle schools, and I see all these kids running around here that have parents that have, for the most part, abandoned their kids.
And letting TV raise them.
TV, and they think the teachers are going to do it.
Yep.
And I feel bad for these teachers because they come in, trying to teach this lesson, but they can't teach a lesson because now they got to do life skills.
Yep.
Because we don't have people at home doing what they're supposed to do.
Yep.
And we got sitcoms, as you talk about TV, the sitcom is raising the kid.
Yep.
Everybody else is telling the kid what to do. And so then you start seeing stuff about this kid that you don't like. Well, why they doing that? Well,
and then you get mad when somebody tell you your role. When another parent check you about what you doing.
Don't you talk about my baby.
Yeah, don't you talk about my baby. And I'm doing the best I can. Well, do better. Do better. We not saying be perfect. We saying be better.
Be accountable.
Yes.
And don't be mad when somebody else pull you on the carpet and say, you know what, that's not good. That's you probably need to fix
because
that.
Man, we're not here for nothing. First of all, and nobody is better than nobody else. But if I got a skill or something that I can offer to help better you, you would think as reasonable adults we would accept that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't. Maybe the way that I'm doing with my kid ain't right, and somebody, well, this is how I deal with my child, and that situation may work, it may not work. But just don't sit there and act like you don't see your child acting a fool.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And one of the first people you should hold accountable is yourself.
Yeah.
And if you can't hold yourself accountable, you ain't gonna allow nobody else to hold you accountable.
And that's a horrible place to be when nobody can tell you about yourself. If
you can't look in the mirror and tell the truth on yourself, something wrong. You got a whole spot sitting right here. Ain't no spot there. Yes, it is. Look in the mirror, bro.
You in denial.
You in denial.
You are in straight denial.
Yes.
And that's just a horrible place to be. We all need I believe everybody need accountability partners. You need somebody that is able to check you.
Yeah.
And it's not a check and hate. Like you said, man, I see a spot. You just dirty. No, I'm checking you in love because I want to make sure you covered. Yep. I want to make sure that you're not out there and you're gonna get harmed by whatever issue you have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out because I want to see you succeed. That's what you have accountability because people want to see you succeed. People want to see you at your best. And if they see that you're not at your best, they're going to tell you that you're not at your best so that you can become better. You know what? There are times Tim told me stuff about myself, and I sit there and I have to grit my teeth because I do not want to hear it.
Yes.
I know what I need to do, but you know what? Sometimes you need somebody to come from the outside and tell you again, listen, you're not where you're supposed to be.
Yep.
You need to be doing this.
Because you can be better.
You can do a whole lot better. And the same way that I have to receive it, he has to receive it as well.
Yeah.
But you do that because you love. You do that because you want to see them at their best. Yeah. And you do that because they're your accountability partner.
Yes. It can't be a one-sided accountability.
Oh, no.
It can't be just, man, look at that. Oh, you got this on you. Oh, it can't be that. Yeah. You gotta, it's almost like both of y'all gotta mirror each other. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So, please forgive that. We gonna edit that out.
And if we don't, that just means that somebody wasn't accountable for picking up the phone while we was doing this wonderful broadcast.
Yes,
but
that's what it is.
But you know, I just feel that in life, you weren't meant to do this alone. The Bible says man is not good for man to be alone. Yeah. And I know we're talking about wives and what have you, but even in friendship, you need a friend.
Yep.
I just believe you need a friend.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go with Bible story. There was a man that was, for the most part, he was bedridden. And I know you think I'm preaching, but yeah.
That's all right. You see some preaching in.
But Jesus was in his house. And because he was in the house, everybody and their mama was in it as well. And they had this man sitting outside, and they couldn't get to Jesus. So what they did was, one of the friends said, well, let's go to the roof.
Yeah.
And let's rip the roof off and lower him down. So what they did was, they had two friends that stayed on the ground, that took the man and pushed him up. And they had two other friends that was on the roof that lifted him up, and then they were able to break the roof off, and lower the man down. What I get from that is, you need two friends that are not afraid to push you above where they are.
Yeah.
And not be afraid to get left behind.
Yeah.
And you need two friends that are above you, that intimidate you, that will pull you to their level, and not afraid to think that you're going to replace them.
No, I can receive that.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You need some people that's going to be pushers and pullers.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody ain't going to be on your level. But yet still, even though they're not on your level, that don't mean you're better than them.
Yeah.
You're worse than them. What that means is I'm accountable to all of them.
Yeah.
I thank God for the friends that God has given me, the people that He put in my life. Those that are rich, those that ain't so rich, those that got a whole bunch of ideas, those got a few ideas. All of them make me to who I am.
Yeah.
And I'm accountable to all of them. And so I just want somebody to feel like, well, I'm just alone, I'm going to do this all myself. No, you need to be accountable to somebody. Give some of those thoughts that you have in your mind to somebody else.
Yeah.
Let those thoughts, instead of bouncing your head, say them out loud so somebody else can, man, Tim, I'm thinking about going and doing A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. And because I'm accountable to Tim, I tell him that Tim will come back and say, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You bet not.
Yeah.
Because I want, man, I just want to go out there and do it.
Yeah. And our most biggest accountability partner is Christ.
Oh, yes.
He is our biggest accountability partner. And I'll give you a small story. Just happened here recently. I won't use his name, but a gentleman came to me and he was talking about.
Was that Philip? No, I'm just
kidding. I don't know no Phillips. I'm done. No, but no. A gentleman at work came to me. I want to say Thursday. Yeah, I think it was Thursday. And I won't say his name, but he said, his mother was doing some stuff to him. He was having problems with getting his kid watched after. He was thinking about getting a new start and going to Florida. And I said, that sounds all well and good, you know what I'm saying? I said, but a new start don't necessarily mean a new place. A new start can be a new state of mind, a new attitude. I said, so, and I don't know him to be a person of God. I don't know him to be that. But I said, with me, before I make a decision that big, I said, let's go to God first. Now, in that situation, I could have left it for what it was and be like, well, that's up to you, move on. That wouldn't have been good accountability on my part or to God, I feel, in that situation. So what I did was I said, well, man, I don't know where you stand with God. I said, but with me, I go to God about big decisions like that. I said, let's just pray and ask Him to lead and guide you to where, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to go move to Florida and then find yourself in a situation with a son. That'll just make it all the more worse. So I said, let's just pray and ask God if this way He wants you to go. We prayed and asked God to lead him and show him what He wanted to do, the best situation for him and his son. And in that sense, I was just like, you know, now the ball's in your court. Be accountable and look at weigh your options before you just up and leave, because you got a kid to look after. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I made myself accountable to him by giving him what I believe to what was the best advice for him, and that was to give him leading and guidance in Christ. And so and so that's why I say that Christ is our biggest accountability partner, because even though this person is not in the church, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't pray and ask for guidance on behalf of that person. Mm-hmm. That's a part of our accountability to Christ. Yeah. You know. Yeah. But yeah, it's a big thing. You know. Christ is your best accountability partner. Yes. And the fun thing about him is he already knows. Yeah. Ain't that crazy? He already knows. He already knows. And he knows exactly what to do. The thing is, we just have to go to him and be like, blah. Mm-hmm. He already knows. And so, you know, but then be willing to hear what he has to say. Man. And then be willing to do what he tell you to do. Because I promise you, everything that he tell you to do is going to get you where you need to be. Yes. But I promise you, everything he tell you to do, you ain't going to. Yeah. And I can tell you that I'm a witness. Which with accountability, when somebody tell you what you need to do, you don't want to do it. No. You be like, well, I'm dirty, I stink. Well, go take a bath. I don't want to take a bath. You say, no, what? They ain't got Irish Spring. You know. Like, what? You don't want to what? You smell like hog pee and mess, and then you don't because they ain't got Irish Spring. Yeah. Yeah. No. Go get some water. Yeah, you said do something. Some soap. Bleach out. Don't put bleach on your skin. Anyway. Mess yourself up. Yeah, we're not doing that. Never be the same. We ain't condoning it. Anyway, so we just really want you, if you don't have anybody in your life, ask God to give you somebody that you can be accountable to. Yes. And I believe that will help you out in a lot of areas, because there are things about yourself that you can't see. Yeah, amen. There are things about you that you can't see. And when you have somebody that's a real accountability partner, they will tell you the truth about yourself. Yes. Truly. One thing I can't stand, and it happens so often, you know, sometimes we get the little eye boogers and you be walking around with them, you can't see that. If somebody really loves you, or if you ask you or something like that, you may not see that, but somebody that really cares about you be like, hey, get that. And they're not out there with no billboard talking about, hey, get that, so everybody else can see it. But they're, hey. And they ain't trying to make fun of you or belittle you because you got it. Cause they want you to be your best. Yeah, be your best. And that's what we want. And that's really what all accountability is about. Yeah. It's having somebody helping you be your best. Yep. And I can't, as a person, think that nobody doesn't want to be their very best person that they are. You know. I hope not. Yeah, we hope not. That's a whole nother podcast. Well, I think that's a good place to stop. So we thank you again for watching this episode, and we hope that you like and share and let other people know that we are here. Yes. And we just look forward to being with you on the next time. This has been DaBizhop
and Oz,
and we will catch you next time.